Well, it's always a pleasure to get the sensible, succinct and sometimes acerbic law professor James Allan on the show. James was born in Canada but has degrees from the London School of Economics and the Hong Kong University and taught at the University of Otago in New Zealand before becoming law professor at the University of Queensland in 2005. His video from my show 2 weeks ago saying that the COVID lockdown was the worst public policy fiasco in more than 200 years has had 50,000 hits on Facebook and attracted a lot of supportive comments. And I'm delighted to say James is back. James, how are you?
Thank you, Fred. But look, on reflection, I should have said the worst public policy in 300 years. So let me apologize to all the viewers for understating the problem.
Well, I'm sure that our Indigenous brothers and sisters would probably agree it was the worst in 60,000. But anyway, we'll let that one through to the keeper. First, let's talk about the absolutely massive legal story that is brewing in Queensland. The Australians reported today that 2 employees from a DNA laboratory had been making quote-unquote untrue statements to courts since early 2018. This casts doubt over thousands of criminal cases. James, you've heard about this, I assume. What's the potential fallout here?
Well, I'm not a criminal lawyer, but I have heard about it. And to be honest, the one area of law where the High Court is getting things right, in my view, is criminal law. They did a good job on Pell. They did a good job on Patel. Other areas, they've been pretty useless. Well, you know, normally you consider the best sort of evidence available to be fingerprints and DNA. You know, eyewitness evidence is not nearly as worthwhile as people think. People get identifications wrong all the time. So if they're actually doing something intentionally wrong with the DNA, that's a gigantic problem. Gigantic.
Yeah, it is. I mean, anything that
we don't know enough of the facts yet, but it does seem pretty bad.
Yeah, well, the story's only broken, but yeah, it does seem pretty bad, really. Well, let's talk about politics in your home country of Canada. The Conservative Party has elected Pierre Poilievre as its new leader. His strategy is to bring centre-right voters with him to a more conservative position. What are his chances of winning at the election in 2025, James?
Well, firstly, I like him. Secondly, the way his name dripped off your tongue was very impressive, Fred. We have to congratulate you. So the thing that people need to know is that Canada, quite a while ago, took the choice of leader out of the hands of the party room. So the old British view that the party room picks the leader, that is gone everywhere except Australia. In Britain, we've seen that basically the party room gets it down to the last 2 and then the membership picks. In Canada, the party room doesn't even get it down to the last 2. Anyone can run and the party members choose the leader. So this guy is a real conservative, Poilievre. He would have no chance of getting picked by the party room. The party room is full of so-called moderates. Think of the Christopher Pyne's Black Hand gang, that sort of thing. They would never have chosen this guy. And I don't think he would have got down to the last 2 out of the party room. So he won 68% of the membership vote. That's a whopping majority. The second place guy, who'd be your sort of establishment Malcolm Turnbull type, he got 16% of the vote, Jean Charest. And Poilievre has said things, and he's confirmed them since being chosen. He's going to significantly defund the CBC for being so overtly biased. Now, people have to realize that compared to the ABC, the CBC is balanced. It's not balanced in the normal world, but in comparison to the ABC, which hasn't got a single identifiable conservative as a producer, presenter, anything, and he has come out and said, I know that after I said this, the CBC will attack me relentlessly, but I am going to seriously defund them. Half the population shouldn't be paying for this. Completely right.